Hello, parents and guardians. My name is Mrs. Lauren George. I am one of the art teachers here in Smithtown. I have been teaching for 16 years. I've been here in Smithtown for 12 years. I am a traveling art teacher, so I travel back and forth between Great Hollow Middle School here, starting periods 1 and 2, and then I travel up to High School West for another 4 periods, so I teach 6 periods a day at the current quarter. I am very excited to be making this video for you tonight and to talk to you a little bit about what we are doing in 7th grade art, a little bit about some of the projects, a little bit about the classroom routines, and show off some of your students' work so far. All right, so let's get started. The first thing I wanted to do was I wanted to show you the classroom itself that we're teaching in. And so that way you also have a chance to see some of the safety precautions that we have been taking in the classroom. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the computer around and you're going to get a chance to see the seating and the arrangement of the classroom. Right here we have the students' desks. Each of the students' desks have the plexiglass dividers on them. The seats are spaced apart. We have enough seats in the room right now for 12 students at a time. In a normal school year, we would keep the students' work on shelves within the cabinets. Unfortunately, we're not able to do that this year. We are having the students keep their work with them on their person. That way they can bring them home and work on them. Here is the front of the room. We have our boards. We have our smart board. We have our main computer, and right now when we are live streaming, I'm one of the pilot live stream teachers. This is where I stand in the front of the room. The computer faces this way and the kids get to see what I'm teaching up on the board. Here's our Google Classroom. Whether it's period 1 or period 2, the actual layout is exactly the same. The only thing that's different is the class code and the meeting link. In the classwork section, it's laid out the same as well. At the very top is the placement of the projects, so it's easier to find for students. There's a section for important information, where the first is how students are submitting their work. This year, rather than handing their work in physically, what students are going to do is they're going to photograph their work and then submit it digitally. If we take a look up here, we can see this is our latest project that students had finished up as of Friday. It is the contour line shoe drawing. So there's 12 people who have handed it in, 10 who have not. So either way, what students are doing in order to submit their work is they are photographing their work. And I've created a slide presentation. I've created a video that illustrates this, where students are photographing their work with their phone, making sure that it's filling the screen, making sure they're also photographing any other pages that are necessary and go along with the project. For example, any practice sketches. After students take their pictures, they can log on to Google Classroom right on their phone. They can find the project, they can click on Your Work, which then they can add their attachments, which is their pictures, choose the images that go along with the project, and then turn it in. Each project also has specific as to what needs to be handed in for that project. So for the contour line shoe drawing, students had to hand in their finished project and the practice contour line drawing pages from the packet. There were 2 packets that we worked on, in class and asynchronous. So those 3 things needed to be handed in for the project. There's an attendance reminder in here for students that we are now live streaming through Google Meet on the days that they're not in school. So attendance is taken daily. There's no more daily question for them to answer, and then if they forget, they go back days later. Attendance is taken day of, whether they are in the classroom or at home. All right, this was the materials that they needed for this year. I'm not going to go over this in detail, you'll have a chance to take a look at this a little bit later, but this is the Art 7 description of the class and a little bit about grading. This class is 100% based on projects. Any handouts that students are currently working on for particular projects as practice also get handed in, as I said before. Each week is broken down. Every day there is a new at a glance, which tells the students what they will be working on that day and materials of what they will be needing. And as you can see, it goes back week by week. What I want to draw your attention to right now is the virtual back to school night. As you have flipped through these pages, you have gotten to this. The next page is just going to be some information to review. So that page I was showing for the Art 7 is right here. This first one is the original class contract that we used to show. It is a little more wordy and more in-depth. But something else I'd really like to bring your attention to is this website right here. This is where students' work, some of the work is being displayed. So this is my website. These are some of the classes that I teach and I have taught. And here is the 7th grade section. We have the description about the course itself, and then I have a little gallery here. So this is some of the students' works from this year. As you scroll down, you'll see some of this year's student works, the personalized icon project, and the contour line shoe drawing. I'm going to bring your attention back one more time to the presentation for back to school night. So if anybody has any questions, please feel free to email me. My email is lgeorge@smithtown.k12.ny.us. Please make sure, if you email me, make sure to include what class your child is in, because I am teaching at multiple levels, and it helps me to locate the classroom that much faster. I appreciate your help, and I hope you enjoyed my presentation. Once again, if you have any questions, please feel free to email me. Enjoy your evening.